Good morning everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good, because it is good to feel good. And today is rather sadly my penultimate day here in Japan, and I should quickly mention that I didn't, there's not a vlog from yesterday because, I'll be completely honest, even though it was the day after Wrestle Kingdom yesterday, I still felt very rough, and me being out for a long continuous amount of time wasn't going to do me any favours, so I did go out for a little bit, then I decided to just come back because I just wanted to relax, and that's exactly what I did. I got a very good night's sleep, so I'm very thankful for that. Anyway, as I say, today's my penultimate day here in Japan, and what I'm getting up to today is I'm off to Lake Kawagucci, which is one of the many lakes surrounding Mount Fuji, and I can always remember seeing Mount Fuji for the first time, like flying into Tokyo. It's bloody massive. So yeah, I'm heading that way today just to thought, you know what, it'd be nice to get out of Tokyo even if it's just for one day, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Gonna go on a little day excursion there, and I've got to go to Shinjuku, which is where the pickup is, so yeah, without further ado, let's head to Shinjuku. So I've made it to Shinjuku and managed to get on the bus. I honestly got confused for a sec because I could not find the bus stop anywhere, and then thankfully I found where I needed to go. And yeah, well, I think a few more people are coming on this trip, and then I guess we're ready to go to Lake Kawaguchi. Also, can I just say, I loving the legroom here. And you know what? I think planes need to up their game with economy seats, because most times when I'm on a flight, it's my legs are about here, and obviously me being really tall, obviously not having that much legroom. But do you know what? This is this should be the standard that economy flights go to. So yeah, there's a little message to all you airlines out there. Try doing that. Okay, so we've just gotten off the bus. We're in a town called Shibuya. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And yeah, look, that's Mount Fuji over there. And it's a bit mad. I remember, as I was saying earlier, seeing it when I was when we were flying into Tokyo, and it's bloody massive. But I'm not quite sure how far up we'll get. But it'll be interesting to see where we do go in that case. There are so many steps. But you know what? Considering I've got long legs, it's good for my cardio. The tour guy was just saying, so even though this is a pretty decent view of Mount Fuji so far, if you go higher, you get better views. So apparently it takes 20 minutes to get up to the pagoda that's at the top of the hill, which has a really good observation deck. So yeah, let's get started. Although saying that, there's a flat surface, but I guess that's to come down on. But yeah, now let's take the stairs. I love all the guys down there are properly taking this seriously. My legs. As I was saying, it's good for my cardio, but my legs are going to be knackered by the end of today. I'm loving that they're all covered in characters from Thomas and Friends, and I used to love watching Thomas and Friends when I was younger. I think that's where my obsession with trains came from, I guess. And also, it's just, it brings back good memories watching it. Like, you know, back from like the first few seasons. Like the more recent seasons, not so much, but nothing beats old school Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. So we've just arrived at Lake Kawagucci, which is one of the 5 surrounding lakes of Mount Fuji. And yeah, no, it looks nice and peaceful here. Yeah, so of course it's a shame that it's a bit cloudy today, but it looks really nice. Beautiful. So I decided to treat myself to a little cheeky ice cream. It's got a little Mount Fuji off of it. That's a pretty nice touch, that is. It's actually really nice. So I've just found this selfie stand, which like actually works out really nicely. That does. Like it like gives you know, you're trying to lean it on something, but do you know what? That works so perfectly. And I wish more places would invest in these little contraptions. Should I tell you what? Now that I'm being here at Lake Kawagucci, so do you know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like a sense of like calmness and tranquility, and it just feels nice and peaceful. Like, oh, like, I really, now that I'm thinking about it, I know today's my last full day here in Japan, but if I do come back to Japan, then there's definitely a lot more that I would love to experience. So, yeah, I guess me coming back in the future could open up to me doing a bit more here, so you never know. As I always say, the possibilities are endless. I should mention, there's a tinchy little bit of snow still lying about. I think, now that I mention it, this is actually the first time that I've seen snow, not just this year, but in this decade as well. So, and I believe this is one of the few times that I've seen snow in a foreign country as well. So, yeah, it's nice to see a little glimpse of snow, and I've seen it. It's forecast to be snowing in a few days' time actually, although saying that I'll be out of Japan by then, so, yeah. In fact, you know what? If I do come back to Japan, I'd love to come back, like, you know, when it does snow, because it'd just be a really nice sight to see, I reckon. There's some more snow. What's thick? I've just been reading on the inscription. It's a World Heritage Site, and it's like it's a sacred place. I think it was what it was saying. Anyway, this is Kawagucci Pond. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but there's some fish in there.
Very nice, right?
Yeah. They say there's plenty of fish in the sea, but there's also plenty of fish in this pond. So we're just sat in this restaurant and I've got my chopsticks ready. I should also quickly mention that I'm absolutely hopeless with chopsticks, so yeah, I just guess we'll have to wait and see. There's a little cat nesting over there. Probably doesn't notice me, but it's a little cat. So I've also just finished my meal. I had tonkatsu and some noodles, and you know what, it actually was really nice, so I'm not gonna lie. Although my technique with chopsticks isn't brilliant, you know what, I did my best and I think I made it through the meal. Just a bit casual seeing some ducks here. I'm so used to seeing them in like my local country park. And also, apparently, it's 8 meters deep. It'll be a nice swimming spot, but I guess because it's, you know, this is a UNESCO site, World Heritage site, I'm not allowed to swim in there, I'm afraid. So we have come to a place called Gotemba Premium Outlets, which from the sound of things makes it sound like, you know, kind of like a high-end shopping place for shopping, which by the sounds of it maybe sounds like this is the Japanese version of Bicester Village. By the way, if you want expensive taste, there's always Armani. And I've just been reminded of when me and Stephen last year, well no, not last year, nearly 2 years ago when we were in Dubai, and we went to the Armani restaurant. I can't remember how much the food was, but I remember it being quite pricey. But you know what? We had a very good night there, even if it's just a one-off, like, you know, going all out. It was nice. So as I was saying earlier, how everything's like so pricey here, I thought to myself, I'm not gonna give in to temptation, but do you know what? I have. And I got some nice Levi jeans. I mean, I've got a good reason for buying them, and I'll explain the reason why a little bit later. So yeah, at least I've got these now, and as I say, I'll explain the reason why I've bought some, I can't speak. I'll explain the reason why I've bought some black jeans when I get back to my hotel. Do you want to know a fun fact about Calvin Klein? And that is that me and Calvin Klein share the same birthday. So there you go, a little bit of knowledge for you. And as I say, knowledge is power. Okay, so we've arrived back in Shinjuku now. Do you know what? I've not actually been out in Tokyo at night, but I'm gonna do it tonight on my last night. And I want to say a massive shout out to Noel here from the Philippines. We've been talking for a few little bits today, and he said that if I ever find myself in the Philippines one day, hit him up, and that's what I'm gonna do, man. So anyway, take care, man.
Thank you.
Have a safe journey back tomorrow.
You also.
Yeah, and I hope to see you in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Take care.
Very soon.
Yeah, very soon. Take care, man. See ya. Anyway, as I was saying, there it is my last night in Tokyo, and what I really want to do tonight, there's this place in Shibuya called Han No Daidokoro, I think that's how it's pronounced, and they specialise in like Japanese barbecue style like meat and that, and I really want to try it. So I'm gonna just go drop off a few things at my hotel, and then I'm gonna make my way to Shibuya. So it's weird, I'm in Shinjuku right now, but I'm gonna head back to my hotel, then head to Shibuya. Okay, so I've just made it back to my hotel, and I'm literally just about to head out. I've just come to drop a few things off, and also drop off my new jeans as well, but also explain why my jeans have had a bit of a botchamania thing. It's because of this. Yeah, not attractive, but although saying that, it could lead to a very nasty wardrobe malfunction. But basically, it's not that it's necessarily something that happens all the time, but whenever I've noticed, like in the last year, when I've been on my travels, I'd say excluding when I was in Croatia, my jeans have just had a habit of just going, just, you know, like that. And so what happened was, when I was in Morocco last year, I remember just being, just doing a little slight stretch, and then just went, and I thought, you know what, I'll try and keep on to them, trying to, like, you know, preserve them, I guess. And then when I went to New York, they split a bit further, which didn't do me any favours. So then when I got back from New York, I bought this pair, but now they've had their time, so fortunately they're just gonna have to stay there and, you know, hopefully someone can, you know, maybe do something with this hole. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, now these jeans have had it, so thank you very much to these River Island jeans that I've had for not even a year. Okay, so, alright, so I'm out of my hotel now and I'm about to head down to Shibuya. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this place out. And also, now that I'm mentioning it, going back to Shibuya and seeing it all at night, I think that'll be a pretty interesting sight. Two more on the go. I was just about to put that into my mouth, but I didn't have chopsticks.
My joke.
See, this is what I was saying earlier, how I'm a bit rubbish with chopsticks, so yeah. That's really good. Decided to give in to temptation, go for a bit more, some more juicy beef. I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter. Right, time to go for the pudding. I've got mascarpone ice cream. This should be lovely. When I can... that was actually really good. You know what? I feel really full after all that. That's actually really done me nicely, so... I think that's what I'm going to call it a day here. I've actually really enjoyed myself in here. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know what? I actually really enjoyed myself in there. Like, considering the atmosphere, it was very friendly. You know, they all spoke very perfect English, and the food was just really good. So, if you ever find yourself in Shibuya, so that restaurant was called Han No Daidokoro, and you may see it like things are a bit pricey, but it's worth it. It's just really good in there, and yeah, I had a really good time in there. I felt very welcome. You know, quite a lot of gaijin in there, so yeah, it was really good. So yeah, definitely recommend Han No Daidokoro if you're ever in Shibuya. Okay, I've just arrived back in my hotel room, and do you know what? I'm really have enjoyed today. Like, you know, I've gone up to quite a fair bit. Obviously we went to Lake Kawagucci and some of the surrounding areas around Mount Fuji, and I was reading up. So initially, if you were to do this like during the summer, you'd be able to go up to the 5th level of Mount Fuji, but because it's closed off for the winter, obviously there's a slight change in the itinerary, hence why we didn't go up there. So yeah, but apart from that, you know what, everything worked out very nicely. The people I was with, they were very nice as well, especially Noel, who I was chatting to from the Philippines, and I'm sure you're watching this and it's like, oh yeah, you acknowledge me. Yeah, no, that was fun. A nice fun like day out, I guess, and nice to see a bit outside of Tokyo as well. And another thing I enjoyed tonight was going to Han No Daidokoro. Again, they are very welcoming. They, you know, they speak very good English. So if you ever find yourself in Shibuya, do make your way over there, because they are a lovely bunch. There's so much on offer, and yeah, it may look a bit pricey, but do you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it it's worth it. Definitely worth it. It's worth it, as Cheryl Cole used to say. I don't know why I've made that reference. Anyway, I'm gonna get a very early-ish night tonight, because I've got a long journey tomorrow, because tomorrow I actually fly back home, and I'm not looking forward to it because of it being so long. But do you know what? Now that we're kind of at the end of all this, I've had a really great time in Japan. I'm going to be going tomorrow, but do you know what? It's been worth flying out, and given the experiences that I've had on this trip, whether that be just exploring around Tokyo, going to Wrestle Kingdom, you know, seeing a bit outside of Tokyo. Do you know what? I wouldn't say no to coming back to Japan, to be honest, because it's just been so much fun, and I definitely would, like, even though I've only been out here a week, if I were to come back, I'd definitely come back for a bit longer than a week, because I guess you could kind of get a bit more out of it. So that's the plan for next time, and yeah, I'm really sad to be going, but you know what, it has been worth it. And I'm starting to get a little nostalgic about all it going down. Let's just relive it all again, and that's the magic of these vlogs. That's exactly what you guys can do. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off here, get an early-ish night, but then also I'll leave you with some advice, and I'll do it with a little international twist once again, and that is to Tanoshinde Anzano mochi, anata no mishi o otsureru arairu kikai o saidai gen ni katsuyo shite kudasai. Go shichou arigatou gozaimashita.